Alright, so when you put it through the first machine, you're going to line it up with the bottom flaps, and you're going to have two rollers that are going to create a new score. So in this specific example, we want a 10-inch tall box, so it's got a score mark measured out to 10 inches, and I want to have a roller that's going to measure basically the same distance of the bottom flap, because that's what we'll need for the top flap. This is 10 1/4, so from the score roller to the slit roller, it's going to be 10 1/4 inches as well. So if we take this and we slide it through the machine, what it's going to do is take off that first part, or that top part, and we're going to be left with two pieces. So we're going to have the excess, which I'm just going to toss to the side, and we're going to have a new score mark for the new height of the box, so a 10-inch tall box. So now we have a box without top flaps, and basically we got to create the slots on all four corners. So if you can come around to the side, if we take the box and we put it up to an eccentric slotter, this is how we want it to work. We want to have an alignment guard on one side where we can make sure it's lined up and straight. We want to have a depth guard of some kind so we don't push the box in too deep and create the slot marks that are too deep. And we want to have two blades. We want to have one blade that's sitting in this corner, and we want to have one blade that's sitting all the way on the other side of the box, and we want those to be able to adjust depending on which box that we are creating the slots for. But essentially we want to clip both of these corners down to the new score mark. So if we had two blades sitting in the corners, it would do it simultaneously. So if it clips, I'm going to demonstrate that using the blade, but it would essentially clip this corner and it would clip the other corner, freeing up two out of the four corners with one pass on the slaughter machine. Now the problem is you still have these middle sections that need to be cut, but you have the outside corners that are cut. So what we want to do is invert the box in the way that it's folded, so that the cuts we just did are now in the middle, but now we can do the same exact process to the corners again. So we would take it up to the machine, we put it in, line it up with the guards, it would clip both corners again. So I'll show that once again using the blade. And then once again on the other side. Obviously, it would be much cleaner cuts on a machine. And we would have our four brand new flaps for the new box. So essentially, just to show it kind of quickly, if we took it after we passed it through the slitter scorer machine, and we went up to the eccentric slotter, and basically went like this, it clips the sides, we pull it out, we invert it, we push it back in, it clips the other two sides, we'd be left with a new box. That would work exactly the way that we want it to. So essentially we need we only need two blades on the eccentric slotter, and we need it to be able to be adjustable depending on which type of box that we're using. And that's how we need it to work.